Aloha and welcome. So glad to have all of you here. It is June 10th, 2025. The weeks, the months are moving by so quickly, and the messages from the Blue Healers are coming through with a lot of potency these days. So, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for bringing your amazing questions. For those of you who have lots of questions and you want them all answered at once, I always recommend just scheduling an individual session with me and, let's just hang out together one on one and do it that way. So if you're interested, go ahead and check the chat. There will be a link in the chat for you to schedule a one on one session with me if that's something that you would like to do. Of course, it's not with me, it's with the Blue Healers. So they're going to do all the talking. I'll just be the channel. All right. Um, as you know, I've been doing this for quite a few months now. It's great to be part of this experience. And much of the transmission comes through breath practice. So, for those of you who are new to the experience, new to me, make sure you subscribe to the channel. That's when you'll know when new things are coming out. The Blue Healers are very spontaneous. So, that means sometimes I'm doing recordings other than these days that are the free channeling sessions, and more new and interesting content comes out. So if you subscribe to the channel, then you'll find that you are notified when that happens. So thank you if you subscribe. Thank you in advance. I appreciate it. It's great to see a community building around the communications with the 5D beings. All right. Also, if you are new to this experience, we often begin with the breath practice. The heart breath is generally where we start. You will breathe in on your in breath through the energy centers of 6 and 5 and bring the energy down to the heart where you allow the heart to expand. From there, you will exhale, the energy will contract, release from the front of the fourth energy center, circle around like the rings of Saturn. Beautiful. To the back and back up through the spine to 8 at the top of the exhale. And from there, it repeats. And we do not only the heart, it's called the heart breath just as a marker, so you have a name for it, but we also will do other energy centers the same way. So breathing in through 6 and 5 to 3, which is the solar plexus, 2, 1, maybe 5, maybe 6, maybe all of them at once. And the energy circles around to the back and up. So people ask, what is the purpose of that experience? Why is it in through 6 and 5? What's happening? Why are we circling around front to back? And the answer is very simple. It is pulling energy from the eighth energy center, which is just above the head. Remember the halo, beautiful orb of energy right above the head? And that is where the collective information of humanity lies. So you'll breathe from that place new information, which comes from the library of humanity. And it goes in through 6 and 5. So it's tempered by the pineal gland or the sixth energy center of sight and the communication energy center of 5. It's a little more complex than that, but just keep it simple. Down to the heart, where of course all the information is brought into the what we call the love center of the heart. Humans do. And as you expand that energy center wide, it may be this big, it may be bigger, 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 it could go around your body. And your release goes front to back and back up to 8, where you release the information back into the collective energy or the collective library of humanity. So you're sharing your information with humanity, humanity is sharing its information with you. We have a collective uh, experience together, and it usually sets the stage for what the Blue Healers or other extra dimensional beings are saying at the time. All right, so that's just the intro. Going to go ahead and get started. Go ahead and close your eyes and focus your energy on just natural breathing. So breathe in at a normal cadence for you. It could be a few seconds, 5 seconds, 7 seconds. Maybe you hold it at the top and you release it. And you're beginning to relax the body. So information in the energy frequencies are stored in the body. Who you are, why you do what you do, how you think, it's all in there. And energy that is not in the flow will come across as illness, dis-ease, discomfort, maybe repetitive thinking. And as you're scanning your body right now, scan for these things. Scan for energy that's maybe bound by gravity, meaning it's collecting in your muscles, in your joints, in your head as tension. And you're looking for those energy patterns within you. And as you breathe gently, there's no need to try to interpret. There's no need to try to understand. Just recognize where energy collects and creates an experience within you. And with your eyes closed, we will begin with the heart breath. Breathe in through 6 and 5 to 4. Release front to back and up to 8. Breathe in through 6 and 5 to 4. Release front to back and up to 8. Breathe in through 6 and 5 to 3. Release front to back and up to 8. Breathe in through 6 and 5 to 2. Release front to back and up to 8. Breathe in through 6 and 5 to 1. Release front to back and up to 8. Breathe in through 6 and 5 to 4, 3, 2, and 1 all at once. Release front to back and up to 8. Breathe in through 6 and 5 to 5. Release front to back and up to 8. Breathe in through 6 and 5 to 6. Release front to back and up to 8. Breathe in through 6 and 5 to 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 all at once. Release front to back and up to 8. Breathe in through 6 and 5 to 6, 5, and 4 all at once. Release front to back and up to 8. Breathe in through 6 and 5 to 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 all at once. Release front to back and up to 8. And resume your natural breathing, scanning your body from head to toe to see how the energy has changed. And when you are ready, we will take your first question.
First question is by Erica Meza. Can you please explain to me how I can accelerate the healing of my physical, mental, and spiritual bodies and release any past life karma that no longer serves me? Thank you.
Please, thank you for your question. As you all know, we as a species are focused on healing, and it is our greatest pleasure to assist humanity and individual humans with the healing process. For you, Erica, this question is very personal, and there is a vibrational pattern and frequency of trauma within you from childhood. And this experience is collecting in your cells in a way that creates ill health and disharmony. And for you, this pattern relates to a very simple line that goes into your past lives as a human on this planet. In addition, there is starseed information within you that could serve as a way of assisting you in the dissolving that line of curiosity that comes through from your past to your present and manifests in your body as it does right now. So your question is likely, what do I do with this information? First and foremost, be sure that you are mindful of how the experiences of this lifetime contribute to the thoughts and actions you have currently in your life. The vibrational patterns and frequencies of illness within you are related to that experience. At the same time, you may wish to locate a practitioner who can assist you with creating calmness in your nervous system, whereby allowing you to release the density or the gravity within your cells around that situation. So you may choose medical intervention, and that will assist you on some level. You may choose natural healing modalities, and that will assist you on some level. However, it is when you are truly capable of coming into a state of complete and total relaxation in the meditative state of the quantum field, you will find that the vibrational frequency of nothing, of the quantum field, of wellness that exists within that space will produce faster healing results than anything your mind or the 3D world can provide for you. So there are there is a need for you to simultaneously embark on the journey of wellness by using all the tools you have at hand, but focusing primarily on simply just being calm and relaxed in a meditative state. The moment you begin grappling with your mind in the meditative experience, you have lost connection to your heart, your brain, and your belly in perfect coherence. And so be gentle and kind with yourself, be loving with the process, and understand that you can lean lovingly into the experience of whatever is going on in your body and in your mind, in your thoughts, and in your actions, and self correct in the simplest and gentlest and most loving way possible. As you do this process, your healing will speed up, and the need for the story around your discomfort or dis-ease will begin to dissipate. This beautiful journey is relevant not only to you, but many in this space. So we send you with love in the heart because you have so much love to share. Keep in mind that for humans, love is often the only answer to health and wellness, and it is loving yourself in all of your unique and wonderful manifestations, whether they are pleasant or unpleasant for you to experience, that is irrelevant. But loving those places within you can produce rapid transformation in the form of healing. Your next question, please.
Next question is from Victoria. I read that south-north orientation is best for out-of-body experiences, which I see as one of the ways of connecting to the quantum. Does orientation matter for connecting up with you, the Blue Healers? Thank you.
These determiners are irrelevant in your connection to fifth dimensional or other extra dimensional beings. We find this question quite fascinating and are attempting to seek the source of and produce the most efficient and effective answer to this question. And this is what collectively we have come up with together. Although the violet people also find this an interesting question and may choose to interject at some point as well. Humans tend to focus on the wrong things. And when you focus on the wrong things, you find yourself trapped in the 3D experience. And so let us be clear. There is really no such thing as the wrong thing. However, if what you desire is greater connection and communication with the unseen world, then focusing on anything to do with 3D is the wrong thing. It is the right thing if you are wanting to have a 3D experience. But it sounds as if within this question you wish to have an experience with 5D or other dimensions, or simply with the unseen world in general, meaning the energy world that you so beautifully describe in your human world. So think of it this way. If you are trying to orient yourself with one of your cardinal directions, you are working with Earth information. If you are wanting to have an extra dimensional experience, understand that there is no such thing as a cardinal direction for us. And so when you ask these questions, it is as if you are confused within yourself. You are wanting to grapple with the 3D world in order to have a 5D experience. And these two things are existing in different vibrational frequencies. So perhaps the answer to this question, and the violet people would like to say this through us to you, the more you focus on The narrative you have around your 3D experiences, the more you will remain in the 3D reality. Your head, your thoughts, your human language, your human experiences cannot assist you, specifically you, Victoria, in achieving a 5D experience. The answer is simply that from the Violet people. And we will take your next question, please.
Next question from Paula Martins. I find myself in a state of financial flux, and I humbly ask for your insight on how to alter my financial condition. Thank you.
We thank you for your question. Abundance is a very relevant topic on your planet because most of you are unable to see that abundance is available to everyone. Our kind never have conversations of this sort because the field of energy produces everything that we need. Therefore, there is no such thing in our reality of this lack of harmony with resources as you have on your planet. You, specifically, the person who asked this question, Paula, you who asked this question, there is some experience that you had with your father or a father figure, some male or masculine person in this lifetime or a previous lifetime, where money was handled in a way that was out of integrity. And it has equated to a lifelong relationship for you with financial resources. The only reason we are answering this so specifically is because this answer is relevant to the majority of you. The majority of you, humans, struggle with financial resources because there is this habit within you toward survival. But it is a little bit more than that, and we have described this on numerous occasions. The lack of the need for your brain and body chemistry around survival is really the only thing that will create solutions for abundance in your world for those of you in this space or anyone who is listening to this recording. So, for those of you who have challenges with financial resources in your world, it means that there is some vibrational information or a story within you that is operational from the past. You can take the time, as with illness, to simultaneously go into a place in a meditative state where you are experiencing the higher vibrational frequency of the quantum field. Or you can simultaneously, as we have said, use this information, knowledge that there is a story from the past that limits you in terms of your financial abundance. It limits you, and you can try to unwind it in the third dimension. So, for some of you, you will need to do both. And for others of you, the more you continue to love that story of discord with financial resources, the more you are in love with the fear, the dysfunction, the lack of creativity, the lack of focus on the present moment, meaning in love with the past, and that narrative and the feelings that it gives you, the longer you will remain in that place of scarcity and lack of abundance. So, this also applies to other areas of human experience. the more you are in love with the feeling of pain and suffering, the more you identify with human life as being suffering, the more you believe that there needs to be ultimate contrast, that if I suffer a certain amount as a human, that I will have the direct opposite in proportion of love and abundance. It simply does not work that way. So choose to love in every moment the abundant feelings within you. And it could be with the very simplest of choices as you begin to recognize your human patterning and your human need for suffering, discord, disharmony, simply out of habits and patterns that created a path for you that you no longer wish to be on. The more you recognize in every moment the choices that you make that support you in having a lack of abundance, the more you will have opportunities to change the direction or the course. Remember that very small changes today create more profound changes in the very near future for you. So, love the job that you have, love the experiences with the people with whom you work, and love the creative aspect of every moment of money and financial resources in your life. So open the cabinets in your kitchen and throw away poverty experiences you may have there. Go into your closet and throw away the relationship to anything that creates ill harmony in your heart and begin to clear your space on the 3D level of all things that keep you trapped in the belief that there are not enough resources for you. Abundance is available to everyone. The energy world produces everything you need, and you can have more than you need until you find that you do not need anything at all. The world will produce what you need in the moment, and fear will cease to exist around financial resources for each of you. We will take your next question, please.
Thank you. The next question is from David Flowers. Dear Blue Healers, are there physical portals to other dimensions that exist on Earth? Where are they located? Similarly, are there portals to other dimensions within what we refer to as our consciousness? Thank you.
We appreciate this very insightful question. Again, let us go back to the concept of 3D reality and understand that the concept of a portal in 3D reality is a physical doorway. So, a doorway for you is a portal from one room or one space to another. And this 3D representation is a very simple way of saying yes and no to your question. The energetic portals that you speak of are vibrational frequencies in the unseen world. And you, as a human, and you, as an individual, have the ability to create energetic portals anywhere on your planet. This does not, however, diminish the possibilities, and there are experiences of energetic portals throughout your world, all over your planet, and they lead from one place to another. And there are places on your planet that have these portals, energetic openings as we perceive. You are asking, where are the energetic portals on your planet? The question we have then for you, David, is, where do you wish to go? Some of these portals will take you into places within your planet. Some of these portals will simply take you from one 3D location to another. Some of these energetic portals will take you to other dimensional experiences. And some of your kind have found their way inadvertently or on purpose to these portals and have simply vanished from their timelines. It is extremely rare for this to happen because humans by nature will automatically sense the portal as negative space, and it will feel like falling into an abyss. And because that sensation is associated with the survival mechanism, and the human being will always choose to prevent itself from dying, inadvertently, unconsciously, the human will walk in another direction. For those people who seek portals on the human world of Earth, it is very easy to find them simply by asking your AI sources for these very popular or more common locations. And visiting them could produce results or perhaps not. The energetic frequency of what you call portals and what we are also calling portals for the sake of this answer, there is a need for a relationship for the individual, a state of being for the individual to access and move through these portals with intention. So, David, ask yourself where you would like to go, what you would like to experience, and then begin to, for yourself, locate the portal that is aligned with your vibrational frequency of traveling through these portals. So, this answer is not necessarily an easy one because we are, of course, requiring you to first tap into your own desire, what that energy feels like, and then you will need to locate a portal that is aligned with that desire and your vibrational frequency. In the same question, you asked about portals within ourselves, meaning portals within the being, meaning you and your portals within you. This is a curious question for us because the quantum field is the only portal through which you need to travel for any experience you desire. So, portals in the 3D world might be fascinating or interesting to you, and they could take you places where you will have new experiences, and that could be a wonderful way to travel. However, you can go to all places within the quantum field, which lies within you. As we have described on numerous occasions, you are quantum energy. You have simply taken a 3D form because the agreement of your planet, when it was forming itself out of nothing, was to have beings of your kind on it and having the experiences that humans are having. So, in order to connect into the portals within your mind, within your field, you will need to connect deeply into the quantum energy of nine connected to zero and allow the channel in between them to consume you into the quantum field of nothing. You may disappear from your planet for a period of time, meaning other 3D beings will no longer be able to see you, or you may find that in this quantum energy zone, you will be able to master energetic principles of concepts on your planet, such as teleportation, telekinesis, or any other vibrational experience that humans have come up with words to experience. We look forward to how you move forward with this information and how you choose to use it for your own excitement, for fun, and for exploring your next step on your journey as a human in this lifetime. We will take your next question, please.
Next question is from EW. What is the difference in changing a timeline and speeding one up? If we have a change in consciousness, does that mean we already changed into a different timeline? Or how would you put that topic into words? Thank you.
We appreciate this question because it opens up more information about your 3D experience and assisting you in understanding how the 3D experience is a vibrational pattern that is visible to some of you, but not most of you. So, timelines, as you describe them, are like threads within a fabric. So, if you imagine that you exist as a person on a 3D vibrational frequency, and there in that experience, you are like a piece of fabric. There may be many threads within this fabric going in one direction or another, and you have an opportunity to exist on one thread or another. And sometimes you may find that you are changing timelines through the experiences that you have. Now, imagine in your mind that instead of being a two-dimensional fabric, you are a multi-dimensional fabric. As you can see in your mind's eye, it makes clearly no sense to any of you what that might look like. Does it become solid or does it stay in a vibrational frequency of something else? So the patterns and that you may see when you are experiencing the quantum world, notice that it is like a three-dimensional fabric. It is constantly changing and swirling and moving. And so what you describe as timelines in the human world, many of you in your mind's eye or in your description of it believe that it is a linear experience from start to finish. And that is not the case. Instead, your timelines, as you describe them, are only relevant if you have a story that starts and ends. And you can have many, many pages in that story, many threads in that fabric that start and end, and you can dance around in that way. We, however, would recommend that you begin to see that time is non existent and that there is not a line associated with it. Instead, it is a pattern or a frequency that is constantly in flux and changing with every breath that you take. So, for the purpose of answering this question, we turn back to each of you a question for you to consider, but maybe not answer today. And that is, why is it that you require a timeline at all? If you live in the moment, if you are breathing into the moment, if you are experiencing the moment, time ceases to exist. From that place, you have the ultimate freedom to choose where you are going in every moment. We understand that humans are very much attached to timelines and stories of their existence in the 3D world. And for many in the universe, visitors come to Earth simply to enjoy what that experience is like. And because these extra dimensional beings find it so fascinating and choose to visit your Earth as a way of having that experience for themselves, your world will continue to exist as it does. So, EW, please query yourself as you move forward with why it is you are interested in knowing more about timelines. If they cease to exist, what might happen? If you could choose a different timeline, your words, not ours, if you could choose a different timeline in every moment, what would you choose? How would your life unfold? Where would you be in the future? And how would your perception of the past change? This could be the key to you, EW, understanding the nature of who you are, why you are here, what your purpose is, and how to make changes in your life based on not knowing where it is you are going, why it is you have a timeline, or when you will exist in this universe. It is going to be quite a joyous adventure for you in the exploration of and unfolding in the absence of timelines. We will take your next question, please.
Thank you. Next question. Lily White says, I was recently told if I didn't walk into my new life, I would be pushed. Initially, I took this as a negative push, such as disease, fire, earthquake, or such. Then I preferred to think that the push may be winning the lottery or something positive. How would you describe this push? Thank you.
We appreciate you asking for clarification. It is simply that you are moving into the unknown. The push for you will be that you can step forward into the unknown on your own, or you will have an opportunity by which you will simply walk into the unknown and it will be there in front of you. Your awareness around this transition from one space to another within yourself is something that you want to choose. It is something that you want to know more about. And so you will fight the desire to want to know instead of simply knowing what it is right in front of you. So, for example, you make choices about your life every day, and some of them are conscious and some of them are unconscious. Would you prefer to move into your future knowing where you are going, or would you prefer to move into your future not knowing where you are going? It is simply about that part of you that chooses the fight. If you can let go of that part, the push that you will receive will feel a little bit like gliding down a river on a canoe with no obstacles in your path. Instead, the fight within you, the need to know, the desire for information is preventing you from simply having what would be your beautiful future, meaning the present moment in every moment, and again the next moment, right before you without you needing to do anything at all. You wish to work with your hands. You wish to identify with the 3D world. And yet, there is the greater part of you that wants to release all of that, to allow the life you have to unfold, and to become that person of ultimate connection. It is your choice. So you could either choose the unknown, or you can choose the gripping and fighting with the 3D. Either way, it is your choice, and we allow you to make those choices on your own. If you wish to ask further questions about this, please do so in your meditations. We are always available to answer your questions directly. Do you understand?
On one level, I understand, and on another level, I'm definitely fighting to know what you mean. I will continue to ask questions in meditation. Thank you.
And so you do understand exactly what we have said. We will take your next question.
Next question is from Daga Kalni. There are people who don't feel energy and don't feel energy centers while meditating the Dr. Joe blessing the energy centers or your suggested heart breathing. They can only imagine them. What would you suggest for them to help to awaken these feelings? Thank you.
We thank you for this question. It is a little confusing for us because it assumes that the imagination is somehow separate from the physical experience. The moment you are able to integrate within your story, within your mind, that imagination is part of the physical experience, then you will recognize that if you can imagine the energy centers, you are already feeling them. So perhaps you understand our confusion by the question, but now we sense and understand that it is because you believe that the imagination you have is somehow separate from you. Bring these concepts together into your meditation, and you will find that you are much more connected to the energy centers. Your next question, please.
We are near the top of the hour. Would you like to have another question?
We are complete for today. There have been many questions about integration and many questions about the separation between the seen and the unseen world. And so we would like to add some additional information about this. Humanity is an energetic vibrational frequency that has elected to have a physical form. For you, you can reach out and touch one another. You can feel the items on your planet. You can interact with the world around you. That does not diminish the information of the vibrational frequency of the unseen, unseen to human eyes, of course, the unseen world. It is perhaps this last question that brings us to a better understanding. For those of you who are in meditation wanting to feel something on the 3D, while your imagination is having this wonderful experience, presumably without you, there is no difference with this same analogy for the 3D and 5D experience. Perhaps you are all seeing the extra dimensional outside of 3D, is what we mean. The 5D experience, to be more specific, as being imagination, and the 3D experience as being what you would call real. Why is it that humans insist on having this separation? Perhaps this is the only separation and what keeps you all separate from one another, ideas and concepts, experiences, etc. The vibrational world is akin to your imagination in the analogy set before us. And the 3D experience is your body. And what you hold so dear to, the experience of real or reality. Reality. Your reality is perhaps that you have far more emphasis on the physical world and its experiences than you do on the vibrational or imagination or the unseen world of extra dimensions. This could be the key for all of you in bringing the experience of 3D and 5D together. The violet people agree. So as you begin your exploration with your portals, with your healings, with your relationship to abundance, bring into the possibility, bring into your mind the possibility that your imagination is just as powerful as the third dimensional experiences that you have. Begin to integrate this imagination. We believe perhaps many of you still see the unseen world or the fifth dimension as your imagination. Bring this back into the 5D experience. This is very interesting. This is perhaps why your children, your young children, live so much in the imagination. And you, as humans, tell them to stop doing that. How curious it is now that we see this pattern within your kind. Consider how this might impact and change you as a whole if you were to bring back what you call imagination into the 3D experience. You are onto something today, and this one piece of information could produce great transformation in those of you listening. We thank you for your time. We thank you for your questions. We thank you for allowing us to bring wisdom into your space, and know that we are always here to answer your questions for you at any time. Simply quiet your mind, sit in meditation, ask us questions, and perhaps the next time you do this, allow your imagination to assist you in producing the answers. We send you with great love into your human world. Interact with each other in a way that produces love and connection. Always. Right. Okay, well, that was cool. I'm going to send out some love here, see if we can get some hearts. Thank you all for being here. I want to tell you how blessed this experience has been for me. I hope you all got some wonderful information as well. And I look forward to seeing you again next time.